What's up, everybody? Welcome to part 2 of AAA titles that I am going to shit on. We are now at number 5. Number 5 is Dishonored. I remember when this game came out, I had kind of high hopes for it. Or at least just, they were talking about, oh, we're bringing back the stealth genre. Well, being a fan of games like Tenchu, Metal Gear Solid and stuff like that, I was like, sweet, alright, let's do some stealth stuff. And to begin with, getting out of the prison was okay. Getting past some of the stuff in the sewers and stuff, and then getting out into the city. And I remember whenever I first saw the city, I was like, these aren't too bad. I'm alright with these. The way that I can kind of maneuver around, I can get up on the roofs, I can go in buildings and other types of rooms, and there's a balcony over here, and I can go in there. I can go over here and tail this dude, stab him, dump him in a garbage bin. Things like that. I was really kind of enjoying. And then I just got bored. It just seemed like the same drab bullshit over and over. And don't even get me started about that little fucker that wants to drive you around in a goddamn boat all the time. Just, oh, let's talk here, Corson. And we're just gonna steer the boat around, and you can't skip anything, 'cause you have to sit there the entire fucking time you're in the boat and listen to me drab on about shit. I don't care. Shut the fuck up. This story is dumb. Oh, I was wrongly accused. Well, I was wrongly accused, and now I'm gonna run around and kill people. Oh, that's right. You don't have to. You can be wrongly accused. You can have all this stuff available to you, like these neat little wire traps, and a dart gun, and a regular gun, and a sword, and all other kinds of powers that you can mind control a motherfucker and have him walk into an electrical gate. But you better not use them. Fuck that, dude! I'm so tired of these games that sit there and have all this cool shit and then go, no, you don't need to use those. Well, then why'd you give them to me? If I don't need to use them, then why do I have them? Are we not on the same page with this? You give me some shit to kill a motherfucker, I want to kill a motherfucker. So I'm gonna kill him. But, oh, you fired a shot and, alarm. Whatever happened to, like, if they heard a noise, they go, huh? And then if they see the bolt or arrow in the wall, go, hey, and look to see if they can actually see you. And then have them be a little bit more aware of you hiding in a little bit of a shaded area behind an air conditioner. You go, oh, shit, they see me. So then they sound the alarm. But now it's, so I heard something. Everyone run. Get this motherfucker! He's right there! Like, I shot over your shoulder from behind you. How do you know where I'm at? So then it irritates me about these types of fucking games. The whole thing of, oh, I put on this mask and, oh, look, it's really me. The only time this game was any kind of fun is whenever you had the actual targets that you were supposed to finish off for that level. They gave you a little bit of leeway to get around it. There was a lethal way, 1 or 2 of them, I think, and then a non-lethal way that you could do. At the very least, there was a lethal and a non-lethal. There may not have been a couple different lethals, but like there was ways that you could do things to knock people out and to get that part of the mission done. I thought that was cool, but it was just so boring and the controls were just so awful. And then a couple of years ago, I saw a post on Reddit, and all it said was, I've been playing Dishonored wrong this whole time. And I'm watching this dude do a blink up in the middle of the ceiling and drop down and stab a motherfucker and then do a kinesis to pull someone's gun and turn and shoot. Like, it looked like an action movie. And I had to sit there going, alright, if that's the way this game can be played, is that the way it's supposed to be played? Or is this guy just being rewarded because he's played this shitty game for so long that he actually is able to do things better than the rest of us? And I just kind of went, that just makes me hate this fucking game even more. Because now I've got to sit there and go, well, I'm not as good as this dude. No wonder I didn't enjoy the game. Because I'm sitting there crawling around going, please don't turn around. Please don't turn around. I'm not there yet. Please don't turn around. Fuck you, turn around. No. And that's why, like, Prey has such a bad taste in my mouth. Because it just feels like Dishonored, but it's okay to not be seen. It's like Dishonored tried to get with Half-Life and try and make something, and I'm not okay with it. Even though I will say that I do enjoy the fact that Prey has a lot of potential as far as various weapons that are there, and the fact that a mimic could show up at any time and there's your enemy. But beyond that, no. Okay. Number 4 is Gears of War. Fuck this series. I've had so many people just vehemently arguing how amazing this series is, and it sucks. Everything about this game is a fat pile of suck. The worst part about it were the controls. Like, you would sit there and run, so the camera would zoom in, you're crouched over, and the camera's moving like this the whole time that you're running. And then you finally get up to the wall, and you sit there and you hit it. Well, then if you want to shoot, you have to hit a button. But if you want to vault over it, well, now you have to hit the button, do another button, you go over, and then you're still just standing there like an asshole. You don't automatically just kind of go and duck into other... No! The chainsaw gun was cool, but it was not enough to save this series from anything. It was boring! There was some cool parts where, like, the ground ripped open and you got these fuckers pouring through and, like, these big-ass monsters and shit. But beyond that, this game was boring! The controls were so bad that I could not keep playing because it was so bad. You didn't hit left bumper at the right time to reload? Well, now you gotta, fucking gun. As if the controls weren't bad enough to begin with. Now I have to time a reload? Get the fuck out of here. Then to add insult to injury, if you gave a shit about trying to be a completionist as far as achievements are concerned in this game, do not ever play Gears of War 2. The amount of pretentiousness that came through Epic Games is absurd. There's an achievement. Look it up. It's called Party Like It's 1999. Go ahead. Look it up. I'll wait. You see? Do you see what it takes to actually get that achievement? And it's like 30 gamer score. You have to play 1,999 games online. Are you fucking serious? This game is not that good. Why would I want to play that many games online when the controls are terrible, the guns are terrible, the aiming is terrible, movement is terrible, the parkour, getting around obstacles and shit is just as awful as it ever was. Holy fuck, are you serious? 2,000 games online between Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, and Overwatch. I've probably hit 2,000 games. Maybe a little over. But that's only 4 fucking games! 4! This is one game! Who the fuck wants to do this? And then, to make that part even worse, look up Seriously 3.0. Look up that one from Gears of War 3. The amount of time it's gonna take for you to get all that bullshit, get the fuck out. Your game is not that good. It's never been that good. Those of you who are like, Gears of War is the greatest. How many times were you dropped on your head as a child? Or were you held by the ankles and used as a fly swatter? There's no fucking way these games are that damn good. No fucking way. No. There's no fucking way these games are that good. I even got the 4th one and the 3rd one for free. And I've never played them. Because the first one sucked so hard, how can you fix it? If you have achievements like Party Like It's 1999, how the fuck are 3 and 4 better than that? I tell you, they're not. Not for a fucking second. Holy shit. No. Fuck this game series. Fuck it up its ass. No. Fuck you, Epic Games, and your dumbassery. Get the fuck out of here. Alright. We're down to the top 3 now. Assassin's Creed. Oh boy. This one is interesting for me because I remember seeing everything for it and I remember reading up on it and I was stoked. I was like, I can't wait to play this game. I didn't think it was going to be amazing. I just wanted to see what it was like to be able to walk through a crowd and just kind of blend in and pull the cowl of your hood down and walk through the crowd and just Jesu Domine, and keep going. And you're like, where the fuck did it go? Like, that's cool as shit, man. Hiding right out in the open. Instead of having to go and dive into a trash can and just peeking out for a second going, where the fuck is there? Oh shit, there they are. Like, this is going to be great. And then I played the first one. And to begin with, I was like, alright, this is cool. Running around. And then they turned into the Animus thing. And if you aren't familiar with the Animus thing, it was this little program that somehow reads your DNA to somehow extract memories out of it. And that's what you're actually playing you're really Miles whatever, Miles Aust, I don't know, Miles something, and Desmond Miles, and you're just kind of laying there going, oh, I'm just imagining myself being a great assassination warrior, and that's it. Like, that's actually what you are doing. All the little Assassin's Creed parts, that's not really you, it's just a memory. So then why do I play it? If it's a memory, I shouldn't be able to mess with anything because it's a memory. It's not like I went back in time and was taking control of that person. It's just I saw that shit through their eyes. So what the fuck is going on? And then having Templars in the DNA animation memory retrieval was the same as the Templars that are there in the times when you're plugged into the... What? The only thing that I can even attempt to explain this is one word. One fucking word. Ubisoft. Holy shit. If there has ever been a company that is like, we're going to have a pretty good idea and just not do well on it the very first iteration, and then we'll start to make it better after that because we'll listen to what people... You need to fire all your play testers then. If you have a good idea like Assassin's Creed, we'll even throw Watch Dogs in that same bucket and go, this is such a great idea, and then you have your play testers do go, yeah, this is great. And then you release it and your entire fan base goes, what the fuck is this bullshit? Are you... What? This is what you've been hyping up? This is what you've been... What? No! Like, there just needs to be just a sifter that just goes through Ubisoft and all the disgusting turds just fall out and you're left with the little nuggets of gold that you're trying to hold on to. And then you sit there and put in a new pan and you sift again. And you hope you have less turds and more gold nuggets. Because this was a turd. The whole layout of the game itself was shit from the beginning. I don't remember the names of the towns. I think there's like 5 of them that you went into. So the very first one you go in and you are charged with killing this dude. You're able to go do it pretty much however you want to, which is very much Hitman-esque, which is cool. But then once you kill him, you're like, oh, there's too much heat. I gotta get out of here. So you go to another city and do the same thing. Do the same thing in another city, and another city, and another city. Well, there's those however many cities, and then you go, well, shit, I better go back to the first one and kill a higher ranked official there. And then, what? By the time I had to go back to the first one again, and now it's even more shit going on, boring. Why? Why didn't I just stay in that city until they were like, there's entirely too many guards. They're way too alerted. It is time to get out. You had your third kill in here. Get out. Don't come back. And then whatever you didn't do during those first 3 sessions, you're like, deuces, I'm gone. And you go to the next city. And then you do everything there, the same thing. And then the next one. But you don't go back to the same city. Like, that was just horrible fucking planning. I hated it, man. I did. And I was very, very skeptical to play the second one. And I was told by a couple of people, no, Pickle, it's great. Go in there and play it. It's so much better than the first one. So much better than the first one. So much better than the first one. And I finally sat there and tried it out. And I enjoyed it enough to 100% all the achievements in it. And then I never touched it again. But keep in mind, by the time I was actually doing this, the next 2 installments with Ezio had already been released, and the third one was due out later that year. So, now hold on a minute. You guys have put this on an annual cycle? Look, these series are not that good. And then they just shit on it again and again and again. And then they're like, oh, well, now we got pirates. And now we're in the Revolutionary War. No! And then you come out with a movie. And the movie was horrible looking. They had this thing where, let's not have Fassbender lay on a table. Let's have him actually be doing these things in a virtual reality chamber. Like, oh my God. If you couldn't fuck up a fucked up game anymore, you figured it out. No, like going back to the whole starting in one city, going to another one, and then coming back through. The game was just so poorly done. And then I think it was Unity that had people's faces missing and they were just eyes and teeth and hair. Like, that's just kind of the symbol of it, is that they got so caught up in just churning these things out once a year. They didn't realize that when you inbreed a game that badly, you just kind of, all right, well, we're going to take 80% of this and pull it over, and we're just going to change the skins of it. No, you're not going to have anything successful. I don't care what ends up coming with it again. Fuck this series for pretty much ever and a day. I'm done. This game was just terrible. But there's two worse. There's two. All right, number 2, Grand Theft Auto. All of them. Yep, all of them. When 3 came out, I liked it because it was sort of something new. And I remember, and I owned the very first one before it was banned in the United States and then became unbanned later or something. I don't know how that whole thing went, but it was a game that it was okay. I didn't like the top-down view. The faster you went, the more the camera panned out and the more you could see, but it gave you less reaction time because you were going faster. It just got frustrating and annoying. So then whenever they gave us 3 and we were on the ground instead of in the air, I started liking a little bit more, and I liked being able to kind of go where I wanted to. I didn't like that there was a lot of buildings that you could not get into, so it became very stagnant to me, but I enjoyed it. I played through it. I did everything that I needed to do when it was on PlayStation 2, and I moved on. And then 4. Oh, Grand Theft Auto 4, you pathetic fucking turd. And yes, I skipped over Vice City. Yes, I skipped over San Andreas because those were great. 3 was good. Vice City was great. San Andreas was awesome. And then Grand Theft Auto 4 sucked. I remember getting my achievement for beating the game. I think there was probably 50 achievements and I got 12 or 14 of them. Because all the rest were drive around and find all this shit. No! Because the driving in that game was fucking horrible. Everything about that game was just dull. It was boring, man. The best part of 4 was Brucey. If you remember Brucey, the alpha male that was fucking insane, he was the best part of 4. And it was kind of cool being able to go bowling and throw darts and then play online, but not be able to do those things with other people online. I mean, you could still go into the bowling alleys, you just couldn't do anything because you were online. 4 came after Red Dead Redemption. And Red Dead Redemption was Grand Theft Auto 5 Online before Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. So how did you fuck it up between the two of them? And then 5. Oh my God, 5. A friend of mine asked me to go with him for the midnight release. Asked if I was going to pick up a copy. I laughed at him, said, hell fucking no, I'm not. He's like, why not? You've played all the rest of them. I said, yeah, I have. Except the portable ones. But like 4 was so bad, I have no desire to play 5. Well, he ended up buying it, went back to his place, he fired it up, I went home. The next day, he called me up, said, Pickle, get over here. He had bought me a copy, said, I guarantee you you're going to enjoy playing this game. Like, okay. So a copy was bought for me. I went home and I played it. To begin with, the game was fine. I enjoyed the game to begin with. The way that they started it off and that you had one of your characters with a gun to their head from a security guard, and you were able to actually sit there and take control of the person that was on the other side looking at him, and then pop the security guard, and then you could switch between them as you wanted to. I thought that was really cool, and that's where the game stopped being cool. Because then it just turned into Drama Fest 5. The game was a soap opera. You have Michael, who was this retired thief, and his partner Trevor, who was the best part of 5, and even then he got old and obnoxious after a while. Thought he was dead. He resurfaces. They're pissed at each other. His wife hates him. She's fucking the yoga instructor, which you have to actually do yoga. Grand Theft Auto. Let that sink in for a moment. Play Grand Theft Auto and you have to do yoga shit. Are you serious? Golf is also in there, as is the stock market. So is tennis. I think a couple of weeks or so after 5 came out, I saw a post on Reddit that said, once you've beaten Grand Theft Auto 5, you get a whole new game. And they called it Retirement Simulator 2015. And that's pretty damn accurate, because nothing about that seemed fun. Now, before you start giving me shit about it, I played each main character, each of them for 8 hours. I had 24 hours played in this game, and I was bored. Every time they started to go into some type of talk between them, and nope, skip. There is nothing you have to say that I give a shit about. You're fucking boring. This game sucks. You had this, oh, look how much better this, or how much bigger this world is. And I remember people complaining about Fallout 4 because it would take you, I think they said about an hour and a half to walk from the farthest west point to the farthest east point in Fallout 4. And it would take you something like 5 or 6 hours or something like that to do that in Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, look how much better or bigger it is. Well, yeah, but there's nothing there. You have to go from the city in the south to East Bejesus up in the north, and there's nothing in between. There's a lake and there's mountains and there's shit like that, but that's it. There's nothing else that's even worth your time. You can't even go into buildings unless it's a gas station. It's just, here's a bunch of cardboard cutouts of shit to make the game look pretty and to feel bigger. No! And then Trevor's supposed to be the best pilot in the game. If you just held the fucking throttle, he would eventually crash the plane into the ground. Best pilot. Can't get your pilot skill up any higher. You mean to tell me if you just hold throttle, you can't keep an altitude? People were talking about, well, the heists are fun. Yeah, the heists were fun in Payday 2 as well. And those eventually got fucking retarded as well. The game sucks. I am done with Rockstar products unless it's Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption was fucking amazing. That game was so good. I was involved in the stories. I wanted to go around and do everything else. I had so much fun in that game. And then I play this giant steaming pile of shit. And I couldn't enjoy it. I got tired of the drama. I didn't feel like I was involved in anything. I don't know who was involved in the writing between one or the other, but whoever was involved in the writing in 5 needs to be fucking fired, because that shit's stupid. I would much rather play Saints Row. I had so much fun playing the Saints Row series. I'll play them gladly over this piece of shit. Alright, and my top hated game or game series, it's a AAA title, is Halo. Yep, Halo. I loved the first one. The first one was so much fun. Had new little guns. You're the Master Chief. Loved sticking plasma grenades to a fucker. And it was great. And then they were like, oh, Halo 2's coming out. Well, then when I went through and played it again and I beat it on Legendary mode, so you're just going to have, because you could see the ring that you're standing on that has a planet on it somehow and an atmosphere that goes all the way through it, but whatever. But are you going to be able to actually have another one that's not going to be just, okay, well, now we're going to go to a new Halo and then we're going to do the same shit there? And if that Halo is anything like this one, then what the fuck's going on with them? And I played the second one, and I noticed that it was almost an identical carbon copy. They changed some lines and the cinematics and stuff like that, but you still started off as the Marines, then played as the Covenant, then went back to the Marines fighting the Covenant, then went to the Covenant fighting the Marines, and then you found the Flood, and then you finished with the Marines fighting the Flood. Control V, Control C to Halo 2. That's what it was. And I just kind of went, well, that was disappointing. It was almost the exact same thing. I got good at driving that goddamn Puma, though. When 3 came out on the 360, I went over to a friend's house and played it. And he was like, here, play online. And my go-to thing whenever I was playing multiplayer Halo was I'd have a machine gun in the right hand and a pistol in the left. I would eat up your shields with my machine gun, and by the time I had to reload my machine gun, I'd be able to pop you in the head twice and kill you with the pistol. That was my go-to. So they always start you off with the machine gun. So I ran, and I found a pistol, and then I put the machine gun away and pulled out the pistol. It's like, no, I thought if I held the one thing, I'd be able to put it in my other hand. And I found out you couldn't dual wield unlike weapons. Nope. I set the controller down and went, I'm good. And I haven't played one since. I did play a little bit of Halo Reach when I house sat for Obi once, because he had it on his 360 at the time, and the graphics looked as if they had just pulled something over from the regular Xbox. But I was like, nope, this is more of the same bullshit. I'm done. I'm out. And I haven't played one since. I don't ever care to. And that's why whenever Bungie was like, hey, we're coming out with Destiny, look how great this is. Don't you want to get it? No, the fuck I don't. There's nothing about Halo or Destiny that I ever want to play. Never. I just found it to be something that's completely overhyped. I hated doing all the have to look way up in the air because fuckers will be flying up there and shit and sniping you from up. No. I got so tired of Halo. Everyone was like, oh, isn't it great? No, it's not. I'm sorry, but it's not. Because in my eyes, Master Chief is just Bungie's way of having the next Doom guy. And it doesn't compare. Doom was fantastic for its time. You're not going to sell me just because you're still carrying the same type of name. It's not going to work. There is nothing about these games that have ever been something that I've wanted to do. And then I hear with Halo 5, and it was like, look how great it looks. Look how great it looks. The voice acting looks superb. Look how great it looks. And I think if I remember correctly, it's either less than 4 or less than 5 hours to beat the campaign. Really. You have your fan base wait so long to come up with a new Halo title. You finally give them one, and you shit on them with a less than 5 hour campaign? What? Who are you, Fable? Was this brought together by Peter Molyneux? Are you... What? Wow. And it was at that point that I felt justified. Yep, I am 100% in agreement with myself that every single one of these titles fucking sucks. First one was great, second one was okay, and they haven't made anything good since. And they won't. Because they're just going to keep feeding you the same boring, dumbass bullshit over and over and over again. And I also have to kind of laugh because Bungie made Destiny with a $500 million budget, including marketing, which I think half of that was on marketing. Half. $250 million. Yet people rave about Witcher 3 that was made on a budget of 15 fucking million. And that game has received so many awards, and people are now going, this is the bar that is now the minimum. You have to be able to hit this bar. You have to be able to provide enough content. Don't shit on your fan base. And that's something that I feel Bungie has not stopped doing, because we're stupid and we will keep buying these titles just because it's the next Halo one. I mean, why not? You enjoyed the Halos up to the first point. They might not have been as good as previous titles, but you're still going to get them because you remember how great they were, not how shitty they are. And you're thinking that maybe eventually they'll get back to where they were and have it be to where it is. And I'll tell you now, no, that will never happen. Because they're not going to put as much time into it because they know they don't have to. With how much Halo 5 sold, and everyone just kind of went crazy for it, no. Do you really think they give a shit? No, they're like, they bought this damn thing. Who the fuck cares? They made their money. They don't have to give you a good product. You can bitch about it all you want. They put another Halo stamp on it, you're going to fucking buy it. No. The last Halo game I bought was 2. I won't buy another one. There are not many companies that I will sit there and go, nope, your products are shit. I'm not buying anymore. But Bungie is at the top of that list. I'm not doing it. You can't keep remaking the same thing over and over again and expect me to think that you did it better this time. Because you didn't. You just made it look better. You're just polishing a piece of shit and trying to pass it off as tinfoil. And it's not going to happen. Not to this guy anyway. So, that's my list of my top 10 AAA titles that I'm going to shit on. Did I shit on your favorites? I know for a fact I shit on Caleb's with this one. My bad, dude. But these are my reasons why. And yeah, that's what I got. Did I piss you off? Hit that thumbs up or thumbs down button. I don't care. These are my opinions and I'm going to stay with them. Let me know what you got in the comments. Toss it down below. Anything you want to say. You want to lash out at me or tell me how much of a prick I am? Go ahead. Throw it down there. Have at it. But if you made it this far, at least give yourself a thumbs up. You don't have to give the video a thumbs up, but give yourself one that you got all the way through this. Maybe you just got to the point where I shit on your favorite title, like, fuck this guy. You hit the dislike button and you took off. I'm just an asshole with an opinion. I'm not trying to piss anybody off. These are my opinions when it comes to these titles. But thank you guys for stopping by, and I hope to see you again soon. And until then, I'm Pickle, and I'm out.